Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new Paint and Talk, and this time I'm coming inspired by a video from Vince Venturella. The video is about what advice for will you have for your past self. Okay, for imagine that you can give a advice now to yourself when you were younger. Okay, but I want to just give more a generic advice for people that is starting and for people in the hobby, especially for people starting and joining this hobby. So there is for me, and I'm mainly focusing now on the painting, okay, or on the hobby in general. For me, the first advice is paint what you like, okay, or collect what you like. If you try to paint just for the game, it's going to be tedious and you're going to get frustrated. You will not have the motivation to paint. So my first advice is really paint, collect what you like, and not be forced. This is a hobby, okay? So we do that for enjoyment, not for obligation. So if this is for enjoyment, yeah, do what really motivates you, what do you really like. My second advice is try to have, and this may sound a little bit obvious, but try to have a fixed place to paint. If you have to, you have to take, take your tools, prepare your place. This was happening to me when I was living with my parents when I started on the hobby, right? Each time I have to paint, I have to take all my paints, my brushes, my miniatures, prepare the table, put the paper to avoid that I'm dirtying the table, all this stuff. So I was spending time to prepare. Maybe it was not that long, maybe I was preparing my table in 10 minutes. But just thinking that, and thinking that I have to spend another 10 minutes tidying up everything, it's just enough to push you back to paint. Because now, yeah, if you have it fixed, so you have a small corner where you can leave the things on, and you only have to open. Maybe when I moved to my new apartment, I had a place where I just have to close with a small door and was hidden. But then you open the door and you have it there, right? So if you can have something like that, yeah, if you have 10 minutes, you can paint for 10 minutes, right? In reality, you will never paint for 10 minutes, you will paint for more. But this is another advice, okay, that I will give to people that start painting. But then for me, one of the most important things and one of the big motivators, and this will be the advice I will give to myself, right? The other two looks quite obvious, but for me the changer, the main changer, what changed my motivation was start sharing. Okay, first I was painting for myself, okay, and I was lucky that I was going to a shop and a lot of people was seeing my paint jobs and they say, oh, it's nice, I like this, how you do that, blah blah blah. But once you start, if you can share it to a broader number of people, share it on Facebook, share it on YouTube, share it on Twitter, share with the people. I think share it even with if you can, on the official site of Games Workshop. It's really a way to receive feedback. Okay, find a group, a painting group. Okay, there are a lot of painting groups, I think, and if you don't know where, the PMP. Painters Motivating Painters. I don't know how long it will stay because it's in Google Plus and this may disappear. Or Google Plus, Google say that they will stop supporting Google Plus, but share your work is a great motivator and it's a way as well to learn and to improve and to push yourself to do it better. Okay, thanks to sharing, I changed how I was doing my bases in the past, okay? Because I was doing the old school, I started with the old school bases, right? The green turf, you put this green type of sun, green goblin, and yeah, that's all. The green bases from the past of Games Workshop, okay? But then people say, "What? Why are you doing this simple bases? Why you don't go for something more elaborate?" And I was thinking, "Oh, it's just the base. It's not. It does not matter. What I want to spend time is on the miniature." But then, thanks to that, it made me change at the beginning. Maybe at the beginning you feel a little bit odd because someone is giving feedback on that way, and you were expecting more feedback on the miniature, not on the base, because you were not giving importance to the base. But thanks to that, I start putting more effort on doing the bases. And now, of course, with the new 10 of Games Workshop that is also texturizing the bases, are the ones I'm painting now, this is making a big difference. But I will say that for me, if I have to give an advice to myself when I was starting in the hobby, is share with people, ask for opinion, share with other painters, share techniques, ask other painters how they paint. This is the most important thing. And the earlier you start sharing, the earlier you start learning, and the earlier you start pushing yourself. And sharing is another way to motivate yourself, because you want to share the people what you're doing, and then you want to finish the work. For me, I always will say, one of the biggest motivators are you people, the people that is watching my videos, the people that I feel I'm talking with, and all the people that watch my videos. Because it's a way, I know that it helped me to keep pushing, to keep painting. I never have as motivated as painted as I have been since I have the YouTube channel. Okay, and it's not because I do money, because I don't do money on the YouTube channel. Normally if you do 10 euros a month, you can be lucky. Okay, so this is the type of money you can do in YouTube in this type of channel. For me, the motivation is share with people and receive feedback, receive the appreciation that some people is enjoying how I do the tutorials, and as well enjoying the criticism and learning from the criticism to be better the next time. Okay, we are not perfect painting, none of us, or at least not myself. I don't have the perfection in painting, so there is always room for improvement. And feedback and tips to improve are always welcome. Okay, and I think that's for me the most important advice. Start sharing as soon as possible. Don't be shy. Don't be ashamed for your work. Always be proud of your work. Okay, you don't know. Don't try. This is the last point. Don't try to paint like the box or like the army books, because these are people that is only dedicated to paint, right? So paint as you feel good yourself. Share the work, even if you think that your work is not good enough to be shared. Share it anyway. Share it because you will receive feedback, and it's a very interesting way to improve and to do better next time. So if you want really to be better next time, share your work with other people, embrace feedback, and from there start growing and learning more. Okay. Just last advice. If the first time you share you don't receive too much feedback, don't be upset. Sometimes people is busy, sometimes it was not the right moment to share it, or maybe you are not in the right group. Share it in different groups. I will say don't feel that you are spamming. I think you can. There is not a problem if you share your work in different places. I think it's the right way to go. We are a small community, and I will say that most of the time, to not say all the time, if I receive, normally the comments are kindly and the feedback is constructive and not destructive. Okay, so that's all what I want to talk. And let me just summarize 4 advices. Okay, instead of one, I prefer to cheat. But first one, paint what you enjoy. Okay, if you paint for obligation, you will end up thinking that this is your second job. If you don't enjoy it, you will drop at the end. Okay. Second point. I forgot now the second point. Wait, Victor. have your fixed place to paint, okay? Trying to find a fixed place to paint, it will help you. If you have to spend time setting up your painting space, and you have to spend a great time to tidying up, this is not going to work, okay? This is not going to work very well. So you need something that is quite a space that is dedicated to that. It helps a lot. I know that sometimes this can be a challenge. If you can, you don't can, but I think if you can do it, it's one of the good advices. And third advice, share the work with other people. At the end, we want other people to give opinion, to give feedback, and it's the only way, or not the only way, but it's a good way to improve yourself, is sharing, receiving feedback, and have the point of view of another person on your miniatures. And the fourth point is don't try to imitate the box, okay? Share, does not matter the level you are, share it, and don't be too much concerned about your painting level. You have to be concerned about if you, I think for me, so what I mean here is you have to look if you are improving. Don't try to match from the beginning the paint jobs on the books or on the boxes, because yeah, these are real professional people only dedicated to paint miniatures. They are paid to do that, and most of us, we are not paid to do that, okay? So that's all what I want to talk here. I hope this was interesting, useful, and especially for people starting, but I think, yeah, these are the advice, and if I have to choose one for my past self, I will say my auto advice will be start sharing as soon as you start painting almost. That's all for now. As usual, thanks a lot for watching, and see you again later. Bye!